Good morning, and welcome to Flannel Hill Farm. Exterior is done. Yeah, the exterior walls are done. Hey, Ben! He comes out with me, and then he gets in the street. Hey, thank you. Butthead. So, we are now, I don't know if you can tell, but we are now working on interior walls. I think, based on past experience, these should be quite easy. They should just go up. We are gonna have to run into town this morning. To grab some stuff, but that's okay. Then tomorrow is a day in the city for a doctor's appointment, so it is what it is. Day off. Rafters are coming on the 28th. We're trying to get all of this done before that, so that like the day the rafters get here, we can start putting them up. So, we got a guy that lives in town that is letting us use his miter box, and he also kind of wants us to use his scaffolding. He's like 80 something years old. He just kind of, like most older people, kind of runs on being useful, being able to help. So, alright, so we had a problem with Colorado potato beetles, and it looks like I have shooed them from some of these, but now it looks like they've all kind of congregated on apparently the one plant that I forgot to spray. So what I did, so this farm is Farmette Homestead. My garden is non-chemical in the broad sense of the term. So this is Dawn dish soap, which is nice enough. What is their slogan? It's nice enough to use on wildlife. So this is what I spray it down with to deal with aphids. And it just goes, I just spray it on like the leaves and the plant. I don't spray it on the actual produce. And I don't think it does any harm. I think it just repels. But I am starting to think that maybe I need to get a little bit more aggressive with these guys. And I may have to look into some diatomaceous earth. I have diatomaceous earth powder I got for ants. I am not going for organic per se with this little Farmette thing I got working, but I am going for I just don't want to be, I want to be as healthy as possible. So like if I don't need to use the commercially done fertilizers, I would prefer not to. I would prefer to find like a fish meal or just regular compost. So that's what I'm That's what I'm trying to do. I can't believe that some of these beans that these deer have gotten many times are still alive. Still producing, actually. So there are things that'll deal with these potato bug things. These things are kind of ugly, by the way. But I don't want to use the chemical. So, Dawn dish soap it is. And I don't know what it is about the Dawn dish soap, but it works with aphids. So, and I don't quite understand how these Colorado potato beetles, I don't quite get how this works, because it says that they basically eat the leaves. They completely, look at what they've done. They completely shred the plant. But then it says that they lay eggs underneath the leaves. There's no leaf to lay eggs on. So I don't understand. But whatever, it is what it is. Hopefully I have gotten them before they ruin my potato harvest, because as you guys know, I was very excited about the potatoes. I like potatoes. Potatoes are the main food group in which I eat. Potatoes are wonderful. So, I think we got them. Because they did leave the ones that I sprayed yesterday alone. So I must have missed that one plant. That's okay. We fixed it. And I did harvest yesterday right before dark. And I got 3 zucchinis, a bunch of cucumbers, and a bunch of beans. So, here, you want a bean? You want a bean, bud? You've eaten too many beans? Really? Alright, well. Now we live in the land of brisket, so beans, this dog. Okay, so Colorado potato beetles. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. What I would do, or what I think I will probably do in the future, is get more of that insect netting and just cover the whole thing in the insect netting. But what are you gonna do? Learning curve and all. Boy. Alright. So, that is about all I know. We should be... I think we'll make it. And be pretty much done by... what do we got? We got interior walls to put up. And we have... then we just have the top plate to put on. And that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Interior walls and top plate. And then we could put rafters on. I think I would put rafters on, and then after the rafters are put up, then I would put my windows and doors in. Along with the... And if we get it done early enough, we could put zip on the outside too. But I worry about poking holes and stuff through the zip with the rafters if we do it first. But that is what it is. It'll work. But yeah, I think we're pretty close. It's looking like something now. Pretty excited. Alright, I'm gonna go in, get Big K, and we're gonna get going to the store so we can get back here and start working fairly quickly. Thank you to everybody that sent me emails, comments, text messages about the potato beetles. All insight is greatly appreciated. I am a firm believer in the fact that I am 28 years old. I have made some mistakes in my life, but if I can learn from somebody else so I don't have to make those mistakes. Big K and I were just talking about this a week ago. Here's a little story. So, Big K was talking about how we're living on a farm now, and his grandpa owned a farm, ran a farm. And he was out there every summer from the time he was able until they got rid of the farm, or he quit farming. And Big K was like, I remember putting fences up and I remember doing certain things, but I don't remember why or what exactly we were using or what kind of tools went into it, or I didn't pay much attention to this, that, or the other thing. And now he's like, I wish I would have paid more attention. I said, you know, it works that way with the male stuff, the building and the cars and the engines and the, you know, things that men are generally more attracted to. I know a few women that have been fantastic mechanics, but they learned from somebody. You know, you learn your hobby from somebody. Somebody is showed you a hobby, let you experience something. And for me, I am really getting into cooking all of a sudden. Baking, cooking, that kind of stuff. And I baked with my great-grandmother growing up a lot. And we were just talking about how I said, you know, it would be great if somebody would start a notebook. And like, you know, if his grandpa had started a notebook about everything that he knew, everything he learned. So Big K had a farmer and he had an engineer as grandpas. He would have had all the things. He would have had how to build, how to make it work, and then he would have had the engineering side, like why it worked, but his grandparents, you know, nobody does that. So then his dad had like mechanical ability. So he didn't grow up learning from his dad how to fix a dryer, how to fix a washer, how to fix a dishwasher, but had his grandpa written all that down, then his dad would have known at least that and could have added on to that. And then Big K could be adding on to his, and Big K is a pretty handy guy. I mean, he would say he's not very handy, but I would say he's pretty handy. He fixed the air conditioner on the RV. He helped diagnose the neighbor's RV air conditioner. He knows about cars enough that we can actually like do some of the maintenance ourselves. But he's a pretty handy guy. His son does not like the mechanical world. But if Big K was writing in this book, his son would be able to take that book and at least fix a leaky sink. Or, you know, or the little things that you could do just to get to the place where somebody could come and deal with it. You know, if you know how to shut the water off in a bathroom, a leak is not an emergency anymore. So it's just little things like that that grandparents knew, great-grandparents knew, and we've just, it's like all it would take is a book. And then, you know, your grandma wrote a book, or my great-grandma could have written a book, and then she could have given it to my grandfather. My grandfather could have added into it. And then my mom could be adding into it, and I would be, you know, I don't know, it just seems odd that we just expect everything to be passed down by word of mouth, and it just doesn't always happen that way. I think I would say I'm a little bit more mechanical than my sister is, which, you know, you going inside? Okay, later. Alright. On your way back down the hill, if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that little bell notification button, that little box thing, and leave a comment. Or don't. I mean, it's up to you. We do live in America. It's a free country. You do you. I appreciate y'all.